It's Saturday,
your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
no matter what day of the week it is, but for us, it's Saturday.
I honestly was like, am I gonna remember this intro?
Guys, we literally got in. First of all, I'm texting Romina. I'm like, hey, what time should I come over? She's like, the usual time. And I'm like, what time is that? I'm like, is that 6:30? Like, it's been so long. I couldn't remember what time I normally come over.
It's been like what, over a month?
Over a month.
Because the last episode we recorded wasn't even in the studio. It was with Cody at Ember. So it was like weeks before that.
It was like mid-November, I guess.
Yeah.
Guys, we didn't really plan on this long break, but I was really sick. Then Romina got really sick. And then it was right before Christmas. And like, life was just busy. So we're like, we don't want to like force just like a quick episode. We might as well just wait until we have the time and the energy to do this.
And I feel like moving forward, I think that's the energy we're going to bring into the new year is like, we can't fake it when we're doing this because this is our hobby and we like really like doing it when we're in good moods. And sometimes we're not in good moods, but we are by the end. Makes us
better, yeah.
But if it's something that's bringing stress into our life, it's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's lots of, December is so busy. There's so many events. So it's like, we were like trying to set a date that was maybe going to work, but then I had like on-call shifts too. And it was just like, you know what? Pause.
Yeah.
Bring in pause. Here we are. Finally, though, I'm glad because I was getting nervous that we weren't going to get a chance to record it in the beautiful Christmas studio because you put so much effort into this room and it looks so beautiful.
I know. I was like, we have to get at least one episode documenting my tree. And
your tree's so cute. Over here.
So this was actually, we had to get a new tree this year.
It's bigger.
Yes. So I've literally had a hand-me-down tree from my dad for the past like 8 years. And this year I was like, I really want a new tree, but I was like, you know what? Unless this breaks, like I'm not getting a new tree because there's really no point. And
you're like, oops, it broke.
And I don't know if literally that was just me manifesting it breaking, but we put it up and we plugged it in and half the lights weren't working.
No, our lights were broken out too. Matt had to go through and like do each one to find them.
Yeah. So then I was just like, oops, excuse to get a new tree. And we got this one actually on like a really good sale. So I was
from where? Like this is a really nice tree. It's
Canadian
very full.
Tire. Yeah.
That's where our tree's from. Guys, don't sleep on Canadian Tire for trees.
Yeah. Very, very good. So I'm glad that we're here and we're doing this. And I missed, even though I've seen you, I feel like
it's different. It's different. Yeah, I miss this. It's funny, guys, though, because we didn't ever plan on taking a long break. So like our notes were so long because we just like kept putting in updates and this and that. And then we're going over today and I'm like, wait, that happened like 6 weeks ago. Like no one cares about that. We got to take it out. So we'll start by talking about like our Christmases because I feel like we didn't even really get that deep into each other's Christmas because it was literally like last week.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
tell
you
me.
weren't here and you were
I
away.
was not here.
Okay, so my Christmas was really jam-packed because I was in a hosting mode.
Yeah. You hosted the last couple of years, eh?
Yeah. I think now, because to be honest, like my mom is still in Ottawa. Her place is like way too small to host like a big gathering. And we just don't have a home base anymore. Like I'm the home base. So,
I love that for you though.
Yeah. So like if my brother comes into town, he's here. If my dad comes into town, he's here. So yeah, I'm pretty much the home base. So every Christmas Eve for the past like 4 years I've been hosting.
Since you've been here, eh?
Yeah. So I've been hosting here. And so this year again, Dad came, stepmom was here for a bit, and yeah, I hosted a huge Christmas Eve dinner. There was about 13 of us.
Did you make turkey?
No, so last year I made turkey, and this year I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go traditional Persian and make like a Persian feast. So I made 3 different types of dishes. My mom made a dish. And honestly, it was so much less stress because a lot of these dishes you can prepare in advance.
Yeah, you can't do it with a turkey.
And you just can't with a turkey. Like you're doing everything to the last minute. And I really just wanted to enjoy this like party because last year I felt like I was in the kitchen a lot.
Yeah.
And this year, like I literally prepped everything, had everything like on the stove, and then I was chilling with the guests and actually able to like enjoy the party and be there.
Smart.
Yeah. So it was way better. And it was just funny because my stepdad plays this like percussion. It's a Persian percussion instrument called tombak. It's actually still here. And he plays this really well. Like he like is playing it his whole life. And so after dinner, he started playing it. And like my mom mom was singing and people were dancing.
Oh
it was
God,
like a whole,
so
it was
fun.
literally just like a big party in this room. And we were taking videos and like sending it to people in Iran, and they were just like laughing. They're like, oh my God, like, what are you guys doing? Like, it was really cute.
That's
so yeah.
so cute.
And then Christmas Day, my mom, my stepdad, and Farzad were here. We did like a big brunch here. Oh, my dad was still here. So yeah, we had like a big brunch, and yeah, I had some mimosas, had some drinks, and just got to chill. So yeah.
That's
By
so
Boxing
fun.
Day though, I was exhausted, and I was just like,
Yeah.
because it was, people were here a few days before that. So it was like a lot of like family stuff, a lot of drinking, a lot of staying up late.
Yeah.
So by Boxing Day, I was like, I'm exhausted. Like,
That's just it.
holy
I
shit.
feel like because you don't get to see your dad that often, and like other people too, if they come from out of town, it's like you just want to spend as much time with each other as possible and like have the most amount of fun. And usually that involves like a lot of food, a lot of drinks, and like you're up late. But like obviously that takes a toll on us because we're in our 30s now. I can't imagine our parents in our 50s and 60s. Like, oh my God,
Literally.
you guys must be so tired.
Yeah. And what did you get up to? So I knew you were in Tremblant.
Yes, we were in Tremblant. So we got there on the Monday, the 23rd, and we like saw some family friends that night. We like had some people over at Matt's parents' place, and then we bopped around to another friend's place. And then Christmas Eve was my first day back skiing this season.
Were you nervy?
Honestly, I was actually excited. I went in fully thinking that Matt was not going to be able to ski with me, and because of his ACL, right? Because he's still waiting on surgery. So he was kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to ski. Like, I'll try. Like, let's just see how it goes. But I was kind of like, I'm still going to go without you. So I was like, going to meet up with the Hamiltons and do whatever. But then another reason why Matt didn't want to ski was because of his Icon pass. So like he has the pass and he got insurance, but he wasn't sure that if he like used his pass and then like gets surgery like a month later, if that would void the insurance. But they actually will just prorate his pass. So he's like, okay, no brainer. I'm definitely going to try and ski.
Amazing.
Dude, buddy skied like totally fine. Like he said, his knee felt totally good. So we were skiing up together, and so the conditions were so nice. Like it was sunny, it had just snowed like 10 centimeters. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was like a little chilly, but it was really, really good. So I skied the Christmas Eve day. That night, like the four of us just had like a chill dinner because we were really social the night before. And then Christmas morning was super chill. Just like the four of us, Star cut his stocking.
Oh, it's so cute.
We all opened up our gifts. I got an Aura ring.
Oh my God, so fun.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
You guys, if you don't have an Aura ring and you want to track a bunch of stuff like your sleep and your ovulation and your stress and your heart rate and your oxygen and on your workouts, highly recommend. I've only had it for like a week now, so I'm just trying to like reap the benefits of like the data like finally like making its trends and everything. But super stoked on that. Yeah, we spent Christmas together. Normally Matt's mom hosts Christmas. She's literally hosted a Christmas for the last like 30 years. Okay. Wow. But this year we went to the Hamiltons for Christmas dinner.
Okay.
So we went there, and it was kind of nice to just like switch it up, you know, like being a guest instead of like being like the family that's hosting is like a little less stressful. We literally just showed up and like brought like one side dish and some wine and whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like really quiet. Like last year we did like karaoke and stuff. This year I feel like everyone was just tired this year.
Why is it that? I feel like it was a global feeling. Like everyone felt like Christmas creeped up way too fast and everyone was exhausted.
We were tired. Like it was like 9:00 and we're like, all right, we're going home. And we like went home, and like Matt brought up his PS5 and I brought up my Nintendo Switch, and like we were just like kind of gaming and just like watching Friends like we always do as well. We watched a whole bunch of Friends, but yeah, it was low key and it was chill, but it's kind of like what I needed. I literally counted. I had 5 drinks the whole week.
Wow.
Like 5. That's so unlike me.
Yeah.
Like I had when we went skiing 2 days, I had like a beer on the hill, which by the way, a beer on the hill is like $15, which is insane.
That's how they get you.
And then like I had some wine and an old fashioned on Christmas, and like that was literally it.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know. Just
That's
like,
so
I don't know. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. And then Steph and Justin came up Boxing Day, and we got to ski with them, which was really good. And I just like, I'm glad I'm at the point now where I'm like not embarrassed to ski with other people. Like, I'm like, I think I can keep up. Like, I'm pretty good now.
Are you guys doing like, what? There's greens are like the easiest. Black
greens,
diamonds like
blues, and I've never done a black diamond.
Okay, so you do blues usually?
I do blues and greens.
Okay,
yeah, but you know what I've heard? I've only skied in Mont Tremblant. I've heard that their greens are like way harder than other places.
So that I will say, like when I went to Banff, because I've been skiing in Camp Fortune here, which is like nothing. But then I went to Banff and I did the greens, and I was like, these are really hard greens.
Okay,
At Lake Louise, like the greens were extremely hard, and people who are skiers were like, no, these are like blues other places.
Okay, that's what I think.
Because it just depends. It's based on that hill, right?
Exactly.
So it's really subjective of like that hill. It says that that's a green, but compared to like other hills, that could be something else. Yeah.
I'd be curious to know what like not Mont Tremblant, like oh my god, Mont Cascade or what's the other one around here?
Camp Fortune. There's Duluth or not?
Yeah, and there's that nighttime one.
Not Vermont. What's it called? I forgot the name, but it's the other one that's really close.
Yeah,
Camp Fortune is the main one though that made people. That one's actually easy. Like the greens are really easy. Because I've done that one, and there's a one that I used to go to. We used to be part of ski club when I was in high school.
Edelweiss.
Oh yes,
that's like the nighttime ski one. Yeah. I'd be curious to see how they compare, but yeah, no, I don't need to do black diamonds, you guys. Like, there's no need. I'm skiing for like leisure and just like the views. Like every time, man. Like the second time we went to with Steph and Justin. Oh my god, crisp bluebird day, like not a cloud in the sky, and like when you're on top of the mountain you can see everything.
That's the best.
Oh my god, I just like every time, like it never gets old. And, like it's so beautiful.
We need to go to last time I went, or a few years ago I went to Colorado and we went skiing there.
Dude, please.
That was the best time I've ever went skiing. It was so beautiful because like it's just like the mountains make it, right?
Yeah,
like if you're just like skiing, you're not seeing anything, it's kind of like, okay,
what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, you want to see the views.
Yeah.
So that was a good break. And I also want to let you guys know we got the new Dyson as a Christmas gift too. We got spoiled.
Jealous. The 15, right?
The 15.
So what did you have before that? The 11?
We had the pet, I don't know, the one that was like specifically for like pet hair. Okay. I don't know. We got it like 5 years ago. Okay. So maybe the 10 or the 11. Okay. But the main reason why I want to talk about this vacuum is because, guys, you think that your floors are clean. You think they look, your floors look great. Okay. Yeah. They look amazing. So did mine. But then one of the parts of it comes with like a green laser, and it's to show you like the dust on your floor, and it shoots the laser out and it shows you all the dust particles and the dirt particles that are on your floor when it looks clean, and you're just like, oh my god, like
this is crazy.
There's so much more on your floor than you think there is. It's insane. Like especially because we just came back from being away for a week, so there was like so much dust. So I've been on a cleaning streak since we got home. Like every day I'm like picking a room and I'm just like deep cleaning it right now.
Love it.
But yeah, the vacuum's really cool. It's like all like digital on the top, so it like tells you like how much time is left on the Dyson. It tells you like what stage you're using or like what power level you're using. It like if something gets stuck in the filter, it like shows a picture of something stuck in the filter. It's really high tech. It's really cool. It's on sale right now, so if anyone is looking to buy a Dyson, they're on sale right now.
And I got you a mop for Christmas, so you gotta use that now.
I don't know, is everyone trying to tell me that we're dirty or something? like closet and like figure out
I'll show you how I store mine, because there's these things that you can buy on Amazon. They're little clips and they go behind the door, and you can just like actually put the mop in it, and that really helps with like the storage.
Okay, yes, I need some help with that.
That's so fun.
I'm super excited to clean the shit out of my house this over the next week. It's gonna be great.
Honestly, this is the perfect time to do it. I find like around New Year's is like when deep cleaning is just like you have to do it.
I'm in this weird limbo. Like I was telling Matt today too, I just feel like weird. I don't know what it is. Like I just don't feel like how I normally feel. I'm just kind of like floating around. Like I just feel off.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? I don't know.
I feel like it's because it's the time between Christmas and New Year's. I find it's always like a weird time.
I know.
Like, and if you don't have like a specific task, you're kind of like, what am I doing?
What am I doing? And then I feel like if I just like chill the whole day, I'm like, oh my God, but it's like Monday. I can't chill the whole day. But it's like also it's the break.
It's the break. So what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, clean.
No. Honestly, you gotta chill. Did you check out the Ottawa Christmas market? Oh yeah, you did.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, dude. So me and Matt rolled up to the Christmas market with Stark the first day because we want to watch the big tree get lit up. Yep. And online it tells us the tree's gonna get lit up at 5:30. So we roll up at like 5:20 and we ran into Chris's parents, which is super fun. And thank God, because this tree didn't light up for like 45 minutes.
No.
We were just like standing around. We like got some beers. Like we're like, when is this tree gonna light up? And then the more we hear from other people, it's like, oh, it's between 5:30 and 6:30. We're like, well, why does online say 5:30? Like, we're just standing around. The tree lit up. It was sick, but I was also like, okay. Like,
now what?
After 45 minutes, I was so anticlimactic.
Oh my God.
But it was cute. Yeah, there was a bunch of vendors, but I didn't find like the vendors were as good as they've been in the past. I don't know. Before, we've bought in like personalized ornaments, like done by hand, where they write your name and like all these cute things, and they have ornaments, but they're just like wooden ones.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't as.
Yeah, I feel like they really pushed like the hot chocolate with the marshmallow fluff thing this year. I feel like that was like the main thing everyone was trying to get. And
potatoes.
Yeah, and those potato things.
Like potato poutine, like all these different potatoes on a stick.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of potatoes. Yeah, it's cute. Like, it's something you always do. Like, we went to it again this year too, and we got like mulled wine and we walked around. But it's kind of like you're there for like 30 minutes. And it was freezing when we went, so we like bundled up. Like, I was wearing like 2 pairs of pants.
Yeah. Was it really busy? Because the first night was
super busy.
It was so busy. Like, we're literally like sardines at one point. Just like
super busy.
But honestly, it's nice that Ottawa does something like that. But then it also just made me think back to the old idea we had. Like, if we can be here and drinking this mulled wine and these tall cans, like, let us tailgate here.
No, literally,
let us tailgate.
Well, they have the things. They have the infrastructure to do it. Yeah, they have the licenses and stuff. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Nightmare. I don't know what you've done so far, but like it's lacking.
I have no idea.
Did you hear about this Byward Market synthetic skating rink that
opened
up?
What is synthetic skating?
So it's just like Rink of Dreams, like the ones that are fake. Like they're not.
It's not. What do you mean it's not ice?
No, it is ice. It's just, I think, like a man-made skating rink.
Yes,
it's not
yes. Well, aren't they all man-made? Like all the ODR rinks, you mean?
Yeah, I think it those ones, like if it's
like weather dependent.
It's weather dependent. This one's more like
it will always be there.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of like the Rink of Dreams. So,
and it's in the Byward Market.
Yeah.
Where?
I think it's right by like where the Beaver Tails is. Okay. Not in front of the Ottawa sign though, which is weird.
Okay.
Yeah, but I haven't checked it out yet. I just saw like some like Instagram posts.
I guess they're probably doing this because they're like, maybe the canal will open.
Dude, I don't think the canal's gonna open. It's like 6 degrees today.
Honestly, if I didn't have a broken foot, which I'll get to after, if I didn't have a broken foot, like we were walking the dogs today, and because we're babysitting another dog. And this girl like was running by, and I was just like watching her go by, and Matt's like, "You jealous?" And I'm like, "I'm so jealous right now. It's such a good day to run. Like, it's so nice out. December 30th, like 6 degrees. What?
It's crazy.
Oh my God.
No, I know. At least I'm just happy that this happened after Christmas, because we got like the perfect snow for Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Which
a green
nice.
Christmas? Ew. Yeah. No. Green New Year's? Okay.
I have like a little PSA for anyone who has a dog, because right now is like you said, like it's melting, it's kind of muddy, and if your dog gets disgusting and muddy and you don't feel like washing your dog at home, Pet Value has these dog washing stations, and like I'd heard about them, but I'd never actually used them before. Yeah. And we went the other day and brought Nova, and honestly it was actually such a fun experience.
Yeah,
like,
I need to do this.
You literally I think it's like $15, and you literally get the whole station to yourself. Our Pet Value has 2 stations. They give you unlimited like shampoo, conditioner, treats for your dog.
Wow.
Treats. Like, so they all these different types of treats. You get these little aprons so you don't get wet.
Isn't it like $15?
It's $15.
Okay, I need to go like tomorrow.
And they have like a blow dryer that's like actually industrial blow dryer that you can actually blow dry your dog to become like fluffy and like beautiful. So it's not like they're just like gonna be raggedy.
Like a hair,
like a hair dryer. Yeah, it's gonna take forever.
So how long is that whole process?
We were probably there like 25 minutes probably.
It's not even that bad.
Yeah, and that's because we really wanted her to like fully dry. I feel like if you're kind of like, I don't care, like it wouldn't take that long.
Okay, we need to do this because guys, going to like Pet Value or like wherever or PetSmart, sorry, to get a groomer to do it is like $100+ dollars.
Yeah, no,
it's a lot, and it's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, how does this take 3 hours?
So if they're grooming in them and actually cutting their fur, that's different. But this is like, sometimes you just want your dog to smell good, and like you're just like, I don't want to because we can wash Nova here, but then our whole bathroom gets disgusting, and it's oh my God, now I have to spend all this time cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah, no, gone are the days of start getting a bath at home.
Oh my God, definitely it's too much. So if you're just kind of like over it and you just want a quick like solution, go to Pet Value. $15. It's so worth it, honestly.
That's such a good tip. Yeah.
And I feel like me and you have both been on our New York Times. Like I was playing Wordle for like years and then I stopped.
Yeah.
And
I'm back on.
I'm back and I'm playing Connections every day now too.
Yeah,
which is
I haven't played
fun.
today. Have you played today?
Yeah, I played this
did
morning.
You get it?
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta do it after.
It's a pretty easy one. Sometimes I do find they're kind of stupid.
Sometimes
and I'm
there's huge stress, like a huge stretch. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like the other day it was like the beginning abbreviations of like certain states. Or like one of them was like
songs or
it was
something.
like it was like it sounds like a consonant where it was like I don't know. It was super weird. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, well, that's a big stretch.
One of them, like today, like the last one, you don't have to get, like you can just click it. And I was like, okay, that like the hardest one. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, this was also one that was kind of a stretch. Like I feel like sometimes the last one you're like, but it's just fun. And we honestly give ourselves like 10 minutes to do it, and if we can't get it in 10 minutes we just like we look up a hint or something, because I'm like, I don't want to waste my whole day playing this freaking game.
So that's what I want to ask you. So if there's a word there and I don't know what it is, like I Google it.
Yeah, we do that.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
okay, because some people are like, okay, good. Yeah, because you're playing before with some people and they're like, you can't Google it. I'm like, but I don't know what it means. No, so then I can't play.
The whole point of the game is to put things together. If you don't know what the word means, like,
then how do you do it?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's fun though. It's like a good way to like get your brain going in the morning, I find. So we play while we eat breakfast. Like, yeah,
that's cute.
I
love that.
Yeah.
We went to the spa recently.
Yes, Coena Spa. I've never gone before.
I've never been. I've only been to Nordique and Scandinave out in Mont Tremblant. And first, guys, to preface this, I thought I broke my toe before going to the spa,
which I'm like so upset about, because I literally broke my pinky toe like not long ago.
I know.
And like we were talking about it.
I just copied you. Like, they were just so simpatico. I'm like, I'm like, Romina broke her toe. I want to break my toe. No, guys, I wish I had a cool story. Like I went down a triple black diamond and like broke my toe while I was skiing this break. But no, I literally was just like rushing, just like walking fast, not paying attention. We're going to the spa because we just got home from Mont Tremblant. The girls are coming to pick me up. I wanted to have all my stuff ready. I like run out of the bathroom and boom, hit my whole foot like against
That's exactly how I did it.
Against the door frame.
That's exactly how I did it.
And normally when I stub my toe, I'm kind of like, ooh, ow, it really hurt. But I like went down for the count. And like Matt was like gaming. He's like, are you good? And I'm just like, like my fucking toe, like Jesus Christ, like swearing up a storm. Like, oh my God. And like right away, like I looked at it and I'm like, okay, like it's like it looked normal at the time. And I'm like, it kind of hurts to walk on. Like I'm obviously still going to the spa. Like if anything, that's probably the best place for me to go is to go to the spa. So we go to the spa, and like as our night goes on, I'm just like, it's getting bigger, it's getting purpler, it's getting redder. Like this is not good. So I fucked up my toe badly.
Which is so devastating because I just know your pain. I'm like,
dude,
I know all about this.
I already said this to you too. I was like, dude, I have to like tell you, Amina, like when you told me you hurt your toe, and I was like, oh my God, like that sucks. But then when you kept bringing up your toe, I'm like, okay, but like it's just your toe. It's your pinky. It's literally the tiniest part on your tiny little body is your pinky toe. I'm like, it can't be that bad. Like it can't still be hurting from your toe. No, you guys. Yeah. If anyone ever stubs their toe, you give them a kiss on the forehead and you ask them what do they need, because you're hobbling around for days. My second, it's beside my pinky toe. So like my fourth toe is like taped to my middle toe now. Like I can't wear shoes because it hurts on the top of it.
That's the thing. You can't wear shoes. And if this happens in winter, which has happened to me, like you can't even wear like flip-flops or something. You have to wear closed-toed shoes, and that's what hurts.
That's what hurts the most. That's why I wore like my sneakers because they're like loose on the top. So I'm like, these are the things that feel comfy right now. I don't care what they look like. Anyway, so I'm hobbling around right now, but after that happened, we were at the spa, and I must say Coena's pretty sick. Yeah. I liked it a lot.
I liked it too. It's like a cute version of Nordique. It's like obviously not as big, but I will say it was pretty packed when we went, and like this. It
was a Friday night.
Yeah, the change rooms were a little bit like packed. I was like, I cannot even like grab my stuff without like being toppled on.
No, the change rooms are so
They need another change room or like multiple. I don't know.
Change rooms are really small. But I did find like you can only do like hot and cold so much. So if there's like a couple of variations, and like that's good. Like you don't need like 100 hot tubs and 100 cold plunges. Like they all do the same thing. It was kind of funny though, because at Nordique they have like that space where they do the towel dance, and that one probably fits like 100 people, but this one fits 30. So literally I felt like the whole time I was getting the hot air in my face because she had nowhere else to go. And normally she's like walking around this whole room, but this girl was just like nonstop whipping heat in my face. It was so hard.
The girl was pregnant, which was crazy.
I'm like, is that allowed?
No, it was crazy. I was like,
she was like 7 months pregnant probably.
We were dying, and then this girl's just pregnant and flexing and doing these like movements, and I'm like, I can barely just sit here. How are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like I was humbled.
I almost gave up. Like 3 minutes in, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But it was fun. We went with our friends Ash and Steph, and we definitely got shushed by the shush police a lot.
We were definitely the loudest ones there. No, actually, I don't know if we were the loudest.
We weren't though. Like I don't know. There was lots of people talking, but then we just kept getting shushed, and it was like, okay, like it's Friday night. If everyone's talking, just let everybody talk.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of like Nordique, because they don't really do that anymore.
They have like areas where they're like shh, and then like areas where you can talk, where I'm like, this was all just kind of like, we didn't know.
We didn't really know the rules.
Or not, so
we got some food while we were there too, which was really good. We got mushrooms on toast.
Oh, that was so good.
Okay, Matt shat on us so much for getting mushrooms on toast.
Why?
Because he hates mushrooms, and he's like, that sounds awful. I'm like,
toast.
yo, mushrooms. It was my favorite thing.
Hot honey on it. He doesn't like honey.
Yeah, but he likes hot. But yeah, we had mushrooms on toast, pizza, and truffle fries. And everything was really good.
Yeah, the cocktails were mid, but everything, like the food itself was really good. And the vibes were nice. I like the restaurant.
Yeah, the vibes were really nice. Service was pretty slow, but I would go back. So Nordique, for comparison, is like $120. Yeah. This Kona Spa was $80, but that was including the robe rental, so which was $10. So if you bring your own robe, it's $70.
And I think if you go after like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., it's like half off.
Yeah.
So if we went a little bit later, we would have been.
However, though, there was a massive lineup around that time. So I would honestly just rather pay a little bit more and have like more time, like without being so busy, and just like get in right away than standing around waiting in line for like an hour.
Yeah, agreed.
And my final update is super exciting. I officially have one job.
Yay!
I quit teaching. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The pod.
I quit serving. I am no longer a server, you guys. After serving for like 13 years, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I was tired of the late nights, and the nights were just getting later with the new hours where I was working. And I've just gotten to a point now where it's like not a need. It was more just like nice to have the extra cash, but I'm like, time now versus like a little extra cash. Like,
and I feel like you've gotten your big expenses out of the way. You guys got married.
Exactly.
And I feel like now it's kind of like you're working to get more money to do what? Like go shopping. So it's kind of like just cut that out and have more time at home. And like,
and there's some other projects, like obviously the pod is a big one, and there's some other stuff like Matt and I kind of want to try to do together as well. So it's just like using that time towards like other things that like will bring us more joy. So catch me not at Bert's anymore. Catch me at home. Catch me in bed by 9 p.m. every day.
I love that.
I'm so excited to just have all this extra free time.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing soccer too, was the late nights, because
oh my god,
I just
fixed up your whole week.
No, because like if you have an 11 o'clock game, like, I'm sorry, you're not going to get home until like 12:30. Yeah. And then by the time you go to shower, you go to bed, it's like 2 a.m.
No, picture that. But instead, it was an 8-hour shift in Canada after already working an 8-hour day. Like, I'm just not built for 17-hour days anymore. Like, I just don't want to do that. I want to hang out with my dog and my husband in my quiet little home. And that's all I want to do.
Dude, Japan just passed a law where people are working 4 days a week now.
I know.
Where I'm like, because the birth rate was so low and people were so stressed that they literally weren't having kids. Their birth rate was actually below 1. So more people were dying than being born. And so like as a way to like make sure that their population is growing, they were like, hey, we're just going to reduce the number of hours that people work a week. And so now 4 days, which is huge for them because they're like workaholics. People in Japan work like
honestly, Asia in general, I feel like South Korea was the same too. Like I would highly recommend South Koreans follow that suit because, oh my God, they were just working nonstop. But yeah, no, not the life I want to live. No. So I'm very excited. And I'm just really proud of myself for finally not having to do that.
I love it. Honestly, saying no to more things in 2025.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I think both of our worlds were shooketh this morning.
I feel like you have to remember where you were when you found out this news, because this was big news.
I was stretching, catching up on the girls' chat group this morning. and then I opened it up only to hear that Paige and Craig have broken up.
It's Nova's birthday today. I walked Nova and I didn't bring my phone, and then I got home and I was like, why do I have 35 messages? It's at like 9 a.m. or something. I was like, why do I have 35 messages? My heart sank, and then I looked and I'm like,
yeah,
Paige and Craig broke up,
which is crazy because literally last week Romina and I were talking, and you sent me a TikTok because someone said in a podcast like, oh, Paige's future hubby. So we were like, oh my god, they must have gotten engaged, like it was probably in Italy on their trip this summer. Boy, were we wrong.
We were wrong. And like, I will say, I kind of hinted at it when and if you were like, who the frig are you guys talking about?
Yeah, sorry.
So Paige DeSorbo and Craig Conover, who are reality TV stars. Paige is from Summer House. Craig is from Southern Charm. They were dating for like 3 years. Yeah. And we just love Paige. We love Giggly Squad. We went and saw them live.
They're on Winter House together.
Yeah. Just like a really cute couple. We like both of them. I would say my favorite Bravo
for
levity couple left, because there's none, like I feel like everyone's broken up this year.
Yeah, or they're toxic and I don't like them.
Yeah. And so I just feel like when they were on tour for Giggly Squad, she had been taking beta blockers and having all these panic attacks, and I was like, do you think that maybe these panic attacks could be from like either like just being confused about her relationship or breaking up or something?
Just so many things. Yeah.
And then, she kind of brought that up on the pod today, where she was saying like maybe that was, they hadn't broken up, but maybe that was underlying one of the reasons why she was so stressed. But
honestly, like I can't say that I'm surprised, but I also was just super hopeful because I feel like they have just gotten through a lot of stuff together, and I don't know, I felt like they just kind of made each other into a really good version of each of themselves. Like I felt like they both were partying less and drinking less, and like Craig has gotten into really good shape, and like Giggly Squad's been popping off, and I feel like he's so supportive of her and her career.
He got a glow up, I feel like.
I'm calling Craig is gonna be like married with kids within like 2 years. And I wish it was with Paige.
I know. Like, but you know what it is? It's the fact that, okay, both of their careers are like skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And Craig's whole career is based out of Charleston. Her whole career pretty much is based out of New York, kind of.
Is it?
I feel like she needs to be in the same city as Hannah. How do they record their podcast? Just on Skype? It's just not going to work.
Yeah. I guess they could do 1 week Skype and then 1 week in person.
But like she'd have to be flying back and forth every week.
But she's flying like to see Craig right now, so like what's the difference for that?
But like for the rest of her life she's gonna have to be doing that.
I don't know. They're gonna do how many more years are they gonna do the pod? They're like in their like, well, that's me, they're in their like early 30s.
I feel like they're gonna do it like they're gonna have kids and like they're gonna still do it, so then that's like their main source of income. I think. I
also feel like Paige just got her dream apartment, and I feel like she just doesn't want to give up her dream apartment.
No,
but I'm like, okay, but now you're gonna be all alone in this apartment.
But a lot of the opportunities, think of like all the things she does for Amazon Live and all that stuff, that's all based in New York. Like her whole career is based in New York, his whole career is based in Charleston, so it's kind of like who wants to give up the money and like their whole career. And then if one of them, let's say she left all that, she would resent him, and then if they break up then she has nothing. Like
I know,
I just feel like I wouldn't do that for a man that if I wasn't like, I don't know, she wasn't 100%. If you're 100% for someone, you would do anything. But I feel like she still was kind of iffy about it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's just sad. It's sad. It's sad. Like they're both so funny, and I just feel like they're so good together, and I feel like they would have had really cute babies.
I know.
And who knows though? Just because they break up now, like I don't know.
Maybe like in the future, but if one of them gets with some like, I feel like Craig's gonna be looking for.
He wants to be a dad. He wants to be a dad for sure.
I wonder if he gave her like an ultimatum being like, hey, I want to get married in 2025. Like I'm proposing to you. Like if you do not want to be married, like you got to tell me that now. And then she was like, no, I can't do it. Because he's probably like, I'm not going to wait around for another like 2 years to decide, and then I'm gonna be like 40 something. Because
he's like in his late 30s.
He's like 36 or something.
They just started dating at like such an interesting time for both of them, and it's like if Paige didn't, I don't know, if she knew that he wanted to like settle down, which I feel like he did at the very beginning, and like if she didn't, it was just such like a risky thing for them to do. and like to be long distance for 3 years. Yeah.
If he was younger, because when he was younger, he didn't want, like, I feel like he was kind of like in that party stage.
Yeah.
If he was maybe younger, maybe like their timeline would have worked out a little bit better. But because he was older and he was ready to settle down.
Not because like him at Paige's age, like he was like such a degenerate and like lying and like just he had to glow up in his like mid to like late 30s for sure. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be watching Southern Charm and Summer House, like fine tooth and comb, like looking at everything. So
I know. It's crazy because that episode of Giggly Squad was really good because it just puts everything in perspective of like, it doesn't matter if you're in your 30s and you're single or you're in your 30s and you're married and you don't want to have kids yet. Like everyone has their own timeline and you shouldn't like be stressed because right now she's 32, she's newly single. It's going to take a time to get over this boyfriend and then find someone else and then get engaged and then have kids.
That's what I'm wondering though. Like, so like,
when do you have kids?
When are you, like
40?
Like, I don't know. I think she's gonna freeze her eggs.
Yeah,
she's talked about it on the pod before.
She probably will.
I think she kind of has to now, unless she rushes into something, and who knows? Like she could be like Lindsay, you know, like she like dated someone, got pregnant like pretty right away. But
how old is Lindsay now? Like
Lindsay's
40?
like no
38.
Lindsay Hubert,
Yeah.
Isn't she like in her mid 30s? Let me look her up.
36 maybe.
I guess if Paige is 32.
Should find someone but in the next 4 years.
She's 38.
Yeah. So
damn.
38, dude.
Yeah.
Like even Leva from Southern Charm.
Leva,
yeah. Leva is your friend. Leva from Southern Charm. She had her first kid almost at 40.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
That makes me feel like, okay, I have so much time.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, but I also don't want to wait that long.
No.
Like, no.
But it also
like,
just puts in perspective that like people are having kids.
You do have more
a lot
time
later.
And like, I think, but these women are also lucky that they're having these happy, healthy babies. Like that's not always the case, or it's just not always that easy.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you don't know till you start trying, which is like the scary thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But hopefully, I'm sure it'll all work out for Paige. It's just, I'm just sad.
I'm excited to see this like single Paige era though. Like
I wonder what
she's gonna do.
like.
Like, is she gonna go out like try to like? I just don't
go
know.
out with who? I don't know. Hannah? No.
But then now, do you think like in this season of Summer House she'll go after Jesse? Because I feel like her and Jesse had a little bit of a thing. Do you think maybe?
But he's even younger than Craig, or even than her. So like.
Is he?
I don't know.
I feel like I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see her single in that.
Yeah.
In like that environment now.
We'll see.
Because she's always been in a relationship of every Summer House.
Really?
She's always been.
No, because she was making it with Carl for a bit.
Oh yeah, that was like the beginning. But
Yeah,
then she was with Perry, and then I feel like she was in a relationship for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Okay, well. I feel like New Year's Eve is just around the corner for us. It's tomorrow. Which is crazy because it's on a Tuesday, which is kind of weird.
Super weird to be drinking on a Tuesday.
Like I work today and then tomorrow it's going to be like party. You know, it's weird. Yeah,
definitely.
It's a little bit weird. But
are you like all ready to go? You have like your booze, your outfit, like...
I feel like the least prepared out of any New Year's Eve I've ever had in my whole life was this one.
Normally host. And then we had a really fun one at our other friends' last year.
Yeah.
But like I felt like that we knew it was going to be like to the nines. So like we were like ready to go, prepared, like had the dress, had the fit, had the whatever, like all ready to go. I feel
like this year I'm just like, you know what? I'm not buying anything new. I'm just going to rewear something that I already have.
Good for you. I didn't do
that. Yeah, I just was like over it. I'm not buying anything. That's one of my, actually, we're going to get into like ins and outs of our new year. And like one of my ins is like, I'm just over buying things for one occasion. Yeah. I just need to rewear stuff.
Yeah. Oh, in's rewearing.
In is rewearing, and just like out is just buying things, wearing it once and being like, I can't wear this anymore. I'm like, I'm over it. Like, I don't care if you saw me in this already. Yeah. I'm wearing it again.
Do it.
Like,
please wear it. You have an amazing wardrobe.
Thank you.
But yeah, so wait, are we going into ins and outs?
Yeah, let's talk about some of our ins and outs of 2025.
Okay. I feel like some of these might be repeats from last year, but I just feel like sometimes I'm on it for most of the year and then I fall off. So I just want to like remind myself, like go back to that.
Yep.
So ins again, I started so strong until school started up again, but back with my morning workouts. Okay. Ins with my morning workouts and especially now because I don't have to like be up late anymore working at Burt's, like going to bed at a reasonable hour is attainable. And I just feel so much better when I work in the morning versus after work, because after work is such a wild card. And sometimes I'm so tired and I just feel like I don't always get the best workout.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. If for me, it's either workout in the morning or sometimes I don't do it.
Yeah.
So what time are you going to try to wake up at? Is that like what?
I guess it depends on the
time?
workout that I'm doing. Like,
what's
like
your
just,
ideal time? If you like 6, like, is that a good time?
Yeah. Like at least like latest 6, probably like 6, 5:50 maybe. Cause in that way, like give myself 10 minutes and like be working out around 6 to like 6:45. And then I have to leave the house by like 7:30, 7:45.
Yeah.
I'm not talking like, I don't want to need to do these hour and a half long workouts. Like 45 minutes is like a sweet spot for me for a workout. And now like my marathon training is going to be starting hopefully with my toe. I tried to run today. It did not work.
I'm manifesting.
Yeah. I think I'll be okay by next week, honestly. That's why I'm really just trying to heal it right now. But with my marathon training, like I'm going to have to wake up early and I'm going to have to go for some runs. So I just want to do that like first thing in the morning.
When is your marathon?
It's the last Sunday of May.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's 5 months of training. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have a goal and like work towards it. And I'm so much better when there's something I actually have to work towards, like that I signed up, like just like for my last half marathon, like I was so regimented. I literally only missed 1 week of training because it was that week I was throwing up when I got the flu.
Yes.
It was James Kennedy week. We have to talk about that next time.
Oh yes.
Anyway, yes. Long story short, morning workouts are in.
Morning workouts. Love that.
Out pressing snooze.
Yeah. Love that. One of my ends for 2025 is just calling and FaceTiming people more.
Yeah.
So instead of like sending people long texts, or sometimes I'm really into voice noting, but I feel like voice noting can be one dimensional sometimes. And so I feel like just calling people or FaceTiming people more, that's just like something I need to start doing more instead of just like sending long voice notes.
Honestly, I like that a lot too. I have a lot of long distance friends. I should probably do that more too.
Yeah.
One of my ins is electrolytes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just want to drink more electrolytes. Like I use them usually during my training, but I just want to like drink them more often. And then one of my outs for that is just drinking alcohol as much.
Yes. Yeah. One of my outs is, like having, an in, but kind of, it could be in or out, but having social events that are not centered around drinking is my in. So just like having like, being like, hey, want to go for a walk? Want to go for coffee? Let's go shopping together. Let's do that.
Yes.
Like it doesn't always have to be centered around drinking. I feel like that's one of my new ins for 2025 is social events that don't have to do with drinking.
2024 was just it was great because it was celebrating like my bachelorette. It was our wedding. It was like our Italian summer. So I just felt like we are celebrating and like we're drinking, but now it's like, okay, now like
it's done.
It's done and that's okay. And I just want to like pivot and just focus more on like health and wellness.
And I feel like, and that's fine. That's good. Cause like, I feel like people, when they talk about New Year's, it's like the whole year. But I feel like for me, especially, it's always leading up to summer. Cause I feel like summer in Canada, like obviously we're going to be drinking on patios and like having more, there's just going to be more drinking. But I feel like if I can prevent myself from drinking from January to like May or June or like just like limit that, then it's just like at least that's like half the year. You know what I mean? Truly. And then that way, like if there's weddings and I'm drinking, like I don't feel bad about it because all the weddings are in the summer. So it's fine.
100%.
One of my outs for 2025 is overbooking myself. I find like sometimes I always have to fill up my calendar with like social events or like I'm just like, oh, I have a Friday off. Like let's like plan something or do something. And I need to just have weekends of not having things. And then if I have a free weekend and someone asks me to do something, just leaving it free.
Don't feel like you have to say yes just because it's open.
Exactly.
I
feel like I need to start blocking off weekends to be like, this is a non-activity weekend, for example.
Oh my gosh.
And just like not planning anything. Because I do find I'm the type of person that like I am an extrovert, but I really need my alone time to like recharge. And if I'm social for too long, I get really grumpy and then I'm not actually being myself around my friends.
You're not like present in the moment. So what's the point?
And it's kind of like, then what's the point if I'm dreading this hangout? Like I'd rather just enjoy being with my friends, not being like, I have to go do this week.
Yes. You don't ever want to feel like that for sure. Yeah. I respect that a lot.
Yeah.
One of my ins is natural nails, and so my outs is also like nail biting. So in natural, they're short and disgusting right now, but I'm just reminding myself they have to look ugly before they can look nice. I mean, I will be wearing press-on nails at New Year's Eve tomorrow because this is not acceptable for New Year's Eve. However, once those press-on nails fall off, I will not be using any fake stuff on my nails. I just want them to grow and be strong.
Yes, I love that. I feel like something that ties into that about press-on nails and things is like I'm gonna try to do heatless curls more often.
Yes, the sock ones are the best.
The sock
ones are the best.
Is the best. And if you're a side sleeper, there's a way to do the sock curls that are up here so that you can actually sleep on your side, and it works just as well. And I feel like sock curls are the only heatless curls that actually last for me because I've done all the other ones and they always fall out.
Yeah, because my hair just doesn't. I bought in the things.
No, like, it doesn't work. Socks,
fuzzy socks.
Fuzzy socks.
Amen.
Try it, and if you haven't tried it, go watch a TikTok tutorial because it's really, really easy.
1000%.
So I feel like heatless curls, natural nails. No, like we haven't done eyelash extensions for a while, but I feel like I'm just done with the pink tax. Like, let me stop spending money on things that guys don't have to spend money on. Literally. I'm only doing the bare minimum things that I really feel like bring me happiness. Otherwise, I'm not about it. I'm not about it anymore. I totally agree. Another one of my outs is kind of goes with the overbooking myself, but FOMO. I feel like I have a lot of FOMO, and I'm really trying to not have FOMO. Like if I say no to something because I need a weekend to myself, and then
something big is happening,
and then I see everyone having fun, and I'm like, I just need to stop having FOMO. And it's easier said than done, but I'm trying to train my body to be, or like my brain to just not have FOMO and be like, you know what, it's okay. You needed this like time off, or like you needed to work on school. Like
100%. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that sometimes you think like you're missing, you are like, oh, in the moment it's like, oh, I'm missing out on so much. It's like, but are you?
Yeah.
Like there'll be another event. Like our friend group gets together like so often that like if you miss one time, like it's fine. It's okay.
Fine. It's so fine. Exactly.
On the like health and beauty note, I wrote as an out like too many skincare products. Like,
oh my God, I'm so with you on that.
Yes, I just feel like I'm overdoing so many things. You just kind of need like your core things, and I'm overbuying these like I don't know, all these serums, where I'm like, I'm buying these things, but I can't even fit them into my weekly schedule anymore. It's like, I just need my vitamin C, I need my retinol, I need my beef tallow, like my niacinamide, like
just the basic stuff. And I also feel like I'm overbuying and so I have like this ample supply of extra products sometimes because there's a sale, and I'm like, oh, I'll just need to buy this. And then I'm still not even done my other products, and I have all this other stuff, and I'm like, this stuff is going to go bad before I can even use it. So overconsumption and like just.
Yes, that's a good word.
Impulse,
like, overconsumption.
Spending because there's a sale. Like, no, we're done with that. Another one of my ins is just spending money on things that actually buy me time instead of material things. So for example, like spending money on a cleaning service, for example, it's like gonna buy me time, but it's not actually an object that I'm buying. So I'd rather like spend money on things that are just buying me time.
Okay, that's smart.
So like going to get if I really need my car clean, like just going and paying for someone to do it instead of doing it myself. Like, because if I'm going to spend like 4 hours doing that, I could have been spending that 4 hours doing something else. Yeah. So if I'm going to stop spending money on clothes, I'd rather spend that money buying myself time where I can.
I love that. I think 2025 is the year I find a house cleaner again. Yeah. I'm like so over cleaning our house.
Yeah.
No, so done with that. And before you mentioned about connections, and it's funny you did, because one of my ends is brain games and board games. So I love connections, Wordle, Sudoku. I felt like I didn't play enough board games this year, and I love how you said having events that don't involve drinking. I want to play board games, guys. If everyone wants to play a board game with me, call me
you're
over.
Really good at board games, and it's just so good for your brain. Like I feel like we're not
preventing Alzheimer's and dementia just in the morning. Just me and Matt like to do connections actually at night, but because I'm gone in the morning, but just something unwinding before bed too. Just like, okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna do on my phone. Love connections, boom, put it away, and we're done.
I love that. Something that kind of ties into like board games and brain games. Like I feel like for us, it's always watching YouTube videos and like constantly learning new things. And I feel like because I'm like a student and I'm always like in this education mode of like learning things. I sometimes when I'm off, like I'm just like, I don't want to learn anything else. Like I just want to turn off my brain like, and watch like reality TV. And I sometimes like, he's like, oh, I want to show you something cool. And I'm like, I can't learn anything else right now. And
I'm off the clock.
Like this past couple weeks, he's been showing me some cool workout videos, like just not about how to work out, but like about fitness education, like the science behind working out. And there's this really good guy called Dr. Mike Israel, sorry. Dr. Mike Israel. I'll link him below. And he has a lot of good, he's actually a doctor. He's a PhD and he like studied like kinesiology and stuff. And he like really dives into the science of like different workouts, why they're good, like intervals between working out. Like he really like breaks it down. And I feel like learning that really helps you understand like what workouts are good, like how to space out your workouts and things like that are backed by science instead of just like, I don't know, watching like TikToks about like different workouts, like actually understanding the science
behind it. That's
so I feel like
cool.
I'm definitely going to be watching more education fitness videos versus just like saying no to every education video he tries to show me.
Dude, Matt's so good for that too. He's always watching cool stuff on YouTube. What's another in I have? One of mine is like good quality sleep. Yeah, which I feel like I'll be able to achieve now that I'm not serving anymore. I feel like I'm pretty good with my sleep, but then like that one late night just like can really mess up your whole week. So just like prioritizing my sleep. And I feel like now too that I have my Oura ring and I can actually like track a lot of different aspects of my sleep and see all the data. I just really want to like pay attention to those things and like lean into that.
Yeah, especially like screens before bed. Like you should definitely see like make your own like control group. Like be like, okay, today I'm gonna look at my screen before bed, and then tomorrow I won't, and like see the difference. In my sleep. Like I would be like fucking looking at all that.
I know it's
data.
addicting.
I feel like something that will definitely carry into the new year, and we started in 2024 is juicing.
Yes, I literally have that on mine too.
So
staying in forever. Guys, literally the 1 week I stopped juicing was the week I got sick. So I'm like, it's correlated.
I swear by this stuff. I'm like, if I don't drink my juices like every day, I'm gonna get sick. And I feel like once I have a kid, I'm gonna make them juices, like different types of juices. Of course. And like baby food and stuff. Like I feel like it's so fun.
100%.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. I feel like that was it. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so by the time you guys are listening to this, it's going to be 2025. So we hope you all had a good Christmas, a really fun and safe New Year's.
And we're actually going to be starting, by the time you're listening to this, one of our ends for 2025 was kind of reducing drinking. And that doesn't mean we're not going to drink at all. It just means like reducing the amount we're drinking and trying to not center social events around drinking. But we are going to be doing dry January. So by the time you're listening to this, we've already started.
We've had a couple mocktails by this point.
Yeah.
We're doing dry January. We're both excited. I feel like us and a couple of other friends are just like on the same mindset. We just like had a lot of celebrations this year and we just want to start fresh, start clean, detox our body. And I'm really excited for this challenge. It's easier to do when you have people doing it with you. Like doing dry January alone would suck. So like my advice to anyone, if you're thinking about doing dry January, talk to some friends or like some people or like do it with us.
Yeah.
And like, buddy up. You can be accountable with each other, and then you're planning events that don't involve drinking, and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
I'm really excited. It's fun to have a challenge like this, and then when you do it with your friends, it becomes more fun.
Yeah.
And we actually have a really exciting announcement coming up.
Yes.
We'll get into the details of it next week, but if you can right now, just in your calendars, January 25th, mark that date because there's going to be a fun event coming up, and it has to do with health and wellness because we're on our health and wellness kick most people are in January. So
baby.
Yeah, just mark it in your calendars, January 25th, and then we will let you know the details.
More info to come soon. Keep an eye on our Instagram and our next episodes, and we can't wait to tell you.
Yeah. Okay, this was fun.
Yeah.
This was good.
Let's do it again. We're back, baby. Let's do it again next week.
Ins the pod.
Yeah, the pod is back in, baby.
Imagine we're like out. The pod is out.
The pod is in, guys. Okay, we love you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.